Okay there, author tube planet. I get to sleep in tomorrow because a couple people have day off, so I'm taking a different shift. By sleep in, I mean I wake up at 5:30 in the morning instead of 2:30 in the morning. I'm gonna try something new. One of my typical things is I show you guys me opening the beer. Right? I point the camera down at my beer. Today, we're going for the off-camera sound. Why? So we can use our five senses. We don't need to visualize it through the camera. Here we go. Listen. Right? Hearing matters. Right? That's the sound of a open beer. I just open that. See it? You heard it. You heard it. Right? Using your imagination. What it look like? I don't know. I wasn't even watching it. Sound of me drinking it. Right? Little exaggeration. I'm gonna correct myself really quick. Because this element. Every now and then you film and then you rewatch your videos and it's like, oh crap. I just made an error. Right? Every now and then you'll read a newspaper. If you were to go into a time machine when newspapers still existed, do they still exist? I don't know. They used to exist. If they don't exist anymore. Yeah. And sometimes you'll get like an editor's correction. We mistakenly said this. We inadvertently said that. Whatever. Right? There's a burp. That could go in your novel. The burp could go in your novel. I can describe the smell of the burp if you want, but I won't. I'll let you do that. Because wearing the mask, it's a little more pronounced. Alright, anyhow. Now we'll do the whole drama of the picking up of the beer. Here we go. Let's set this right here. There we go. Tomorrow's Friday. I like Fridays. I talk about the ends of my books. I can give you guys a nutshell of the end of my books. And I thought to name this one Spoilers. Right? Spoilers. Why not spoilers, right? Spoilers. So, I'm going to give you the corrections, though. I'm going to give you the corrections before I do the spoilers. Which are inadvertent. I was doing a video. I was talking about the NBA draft. The Lakers have the number 4 pick. That was a couple days ago. And then I said, I'm going to go watch the Laker game. But there's no Laker game. They haven't been to the playoffs for 6 straight years. See that? In the whole entire history of the franchise, before this stint of missing the playoffs for 6 years, they only missed the playoffs 5 times, and that's counting when they were in Minneapolis. I heard someone talk about it. They have a curse. They do have a curse. The team that shares the building with them is the LA Clippers, by the way, now owned by, the guy from Microsoft, Ballmer. Before that was Sterling. They had a curse, believe it or not. And it's a real curse. It's an absolute real curse. And I was talking to someone when they still have Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. They were ahead in like game 6 by double digits or more. And I said, they're not going to win. They have a curse. I was like, they don't have a curse. The guy was talking to me. Yeah, they have a curse. And they fell apart and they lost game 6 and game 7. They have an Indian curse. They have a classic Indian curse. They were once the Buffalo Braves, I think. They were from Buffalo. They had good attendance. They were winning games. And because they were able to move to a larger market, San Diego, before LA actually, the local Native Americans put a curse on them. You know, the Buffalo Braves. You see, the Buffalo Braves is who they used to be. And everyone loved the mascot. It's like, hey, we're all behind you. But you're leaving us for more money. So, Indian curse. Indian curse on you. And they're infamous for picking Danny Manning and Charles Smith. They had the first and third pick one year, and hey, if they're lucky, they get into the playoffs, but they fall apart because of the curse. Now the Lakers are cursed because the prior commissioner, David Stern, blocked the trade of Chris Paul to the Lakers before he eventually went to the Clippers. Plus, they don't have free games. They don't have free games on regular TV, which they should. They should have the low element of this great pyramid of ours. This great pyramid. And if you get the average people that don't have money to pay to buy cable, etc., DirecTV, etc., if they're not involved, no one's going to goddamn watch except for the fuckers that have other shit to do because they got money. That's why you're cursed, Lakers. Plus the Staples Center and the whole thing of... That's another issue. I got 2 minutes, so I really got to wrap this up. So Lakers have the number 4 pick, and I said I'm going to go watch Laker game. No. I meant I'm going to watch the Golden State versus... Who are they playing? The Trailblazers. The other mistake I made was talking about Horace Street's. His daughter, as a character, is featured in Thermite. Okay? And he's featured as a minor character later in Thermite. And then later on I wrote Kiribati and Cretans, where he is the more prominent figure. And I said Vivian's mom, because that's his daughter, Vivian. Vivian's mom, Horace. That wasn't meant as sarcasm. It was because of a particular element. This element. It just slipped. I said Vivian's mom. I meant her dad. So, we got 1 minute to wrap up, and I really want to talk about how these books wrap up. I want you guys to know the characters. I really do. I love the characters that are in these books, and in another video we'll talk about the characters. But in sequence, as far as what was written, it's Thermite, Kiribati, Cretans. Same universe, companion novels. In Thermite, Vivian Streets, it's a dystopia, and her boyfriend Fletcher are killed at the end. Spoiler alert. Did I mention that? Because they're trying to figure out the whole Thermite 9/11 sarin. When it was released in 2013, that was a thing. Sarin gas attacks. They were trying to figure out the real truth. And obviously they were offed. They call it offed. Kiribati? Oh, I love this one. I have a hypothetical character that I wanted to resemble Lex Luthor. Okay? Who's a composite of real life billionaire villains. He masterminds 9/11. Okay? Roy Thurman. The head of the Illuminati. This is fictional. The Illuminati is real. The head is fictional. Obviously, there's patsies involved, and moles, etc. Now in Cretans, the protagonist is still Donovan Cobb. No coincidence on how I picked Donovan. Donovan was a 60s singer, that's where I got the name. Sings a song about Green Lantern and Superman. They got nothing on me. Donovan, the singer. So that's how I picked my protagonist name, Donovan Cobb. His lover, Sakata, Japanese girlfriend. In this one, yeah, Roy still does damage, but there's alternate dimensions and time travel. Roy Thurman's the one that destroyed Stonehenge. It used to be pristine, 30 upright pillars in a circular form with 30 horizontal beams that they're stacking 3 stories high. And in Roy Thurman's Rage, yeah, he's the one that destroyed Stonehenge. Okay then. So you have a glimpse on my characters in my world, and a couple of apologetics for my mistaken references to the Lakers and other things.